Good morning. This is part 2 of the information and history on the Christian village of Taipei, Taipei. The Christian village in Palestine, West Bank, called Taybeh. Taybeh? Taybeh, Taybeh, I guess. And I'm sharing this with you on a Sunday, so you know somewhat of the Orthodox history in this particular area in Palestine, and that you'll see what they experienced and what they went through there. And then in my next video, I'll show you this was taken in 2014, and she went to one of my sister churches in Colorado, and we went to see her speak in that particular local sister Orthodox church, and I think it was 2011. This one is from 2014, 10 years ago, and then I'm going to show you a video after this one that she had she had a talk with one of the priests here in the U.S. in the difficulties after the October 7th attack in Israel. Okay, so let's finish up this portion.
God during my husband's leadership, and I hope it's going to be finished, but the elections have been canceled 3 times. We've been trying to create work for people. So Taybeh has been under Israeli military occupation since 1967, as all of the West Bank. What that means is we have no freedom of movement, and all around us are little houses like the ones on top of this mountain where they're illegal Israeli settlements. These domes are an Israeli military post to see the whole area. And the illegal Israeli settlements, the way that they are a huge obstacle to peace is they control all the roads, so we can't get on the roads to get to Jerusalem unless we have a permit. And these Israeli settlements are getting water 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. But in our village of Taybeh, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, the water is shut off 4 days a week. And the settlements have water 24 hours, 7 days a week. It's a complete, pure injustice just to shut off the water on Palestinian villages. Taybeh is also famous for its olive trees, and since 2000, because of the closure, people have returned to harvest olive trees, and that's why it was a huge, big destruction that the Israeli army has uprooted more than 1 million olive trees in Palestine. So it's not only a huge destruction to Palestinian livelihood, because they can't sell the olives to survive, but also to Mother Nature. Some of these trees are 700 years old, 900 years old, so it's a huge destruction to the earth to uproot the olive trees. These are just some artifacts that that were used in the old days to press the olives. And since 2000, my family has diversified from bottling Taybeh beer. We also bottle Taybeh olive oil to help the farmers get the oil out. So this is what our beer looks like, Taybeh beer. It made history in Palestine. It's the first micro-brewed beer in the whole Middle East. My husband, David, and my brother-in-law, Nadim, Hellenic College graduates, returned to their home in Palestine to boost the economy. Since then, my daughter, Elena, and my niece, Madis, have also graduated from Hellenic College. And this is what the olive oil bottle looks on the left in Taybeh, and on the right, that's the oil available in France. We send it out in huge big barrels, and they bottle it at a handicap center and sell it at fair trade supermarkets in France. So we are in the highest mountain region of Palestine. It's very beautiful because on one side I see the lights of Jerusalem, and on the other side I can see the lights of Amman, Jordan, and right down below me where Mary of Egypt spent more than 40 years of her life in the Jordan Valley. I can see the Jordan Valley from my village. We are in biblical Judea. If you look at a map, it's where biblical Judea finishes and biblical Samaria starts. There, the Greek Orthodox Patriarch is the biggest landowner in all of Israel and all of Palestine. So we asked for land in 1998 to be turned over to our church so we can help families that don't have homes, do not own land, to help them have their first affordable home. So a committee was set up. My father-in-law, who was very instrumental to get the land turned over to the church, got very ill and passed away. So I lost my job in 2000 working in schools and teaching teachers upgraded strategies in the classroom. So I began to volunteer my time to the church for this housing project to help young families that get married have affordable housing. Most people get married and they move in with their mother-in-law and their father-in-law. So this gives them their own space to start their families, and it upgrades their living conditions. So although my church needed 90 homes, I was not successful to raise the $1 million that they needed, but $145,000 that we raised from churches across the country helped us start the project. So in August 2005, we began to build on the land still owned by the Patriarchate, but the people have permission by Jordanian real estate laws to live there for life, and on top, their children can build to stay as a family. So we only finished 14 skeleton units. This is what the skeleton unit looks like. There's a house on the left and a house on the right. So we had started with 14, and now as funds are raised, we have gotten up to 18 homes. But because we can't ever raise enough funds to finish the whole house, we start a foundation for families, and they're supposed to put in their own kitchens and their own bathrooms so they could move in. We have 3 families that have finished their home and are moving in. We found that that's a way to keep the project going instead of stopping the fundraising. Not only do we suffer under Israeli military occupation, we also suffer from fanaticism, and these were 14 different homes that were burned down in September 2005 because a Muslim family was very angry at a Christian family, and so they came to burn the man's house down and everyone that was related to him. I was house number 15. I was very blessed. My home was saved. It took 6 hours for the Israeli army to give the permission to the Palestinian police to come from. Again, I told you we have no freedom of movement. It means also emergency services can't come to us unless they have the permission of the army. So if the army gave them permission before the 6 hours, maybe they would have saved the first home or the second home. That was just a picture of an Israeli checkpoint. This is what the wall looks like. It's 26 feet high, closes Bethlehem all the way in. Bethlehem is a huge prison. My area, another prison. Up north in Jenin, closed in another. So we have a bunch of little different prison camps, really what it is. And these conditions are forcing people to move, that you can't live under conditions where it's 60% unemployment and you're constantly closed in and you need a piece of paper to go to the airport, to go to the hospital, to go to Jerusalem, to pray, anything. So the green is what Palestine was before 1948. And as you can see, with the creation of Israel and with the Zionist policies to make 100% Jewish homeland, the green is disappearing from the map, and the white is what is Israel. And we ask for people, please pray for us that we survive there as a small little Christian community, because we have deep roots, 2,000 years since the time of the birth of Christ. And we ask people to connect to us. Come and visit, see with your own eyes what is happening in the Holy Land, and then become active. Let your local representatives and senators know, because $7 million a day goes to Israel to keep up this occupation and to keep up this wiping out a whole ethnic group, the Palestinians. And $7 million a day could be better used in this country instead of...
Okay. Of course, this was back in 2014, so, you know, I don't know if they still have a campaign going, considering everything that's happening there, but I'm wondering what's happened with all the things that they've built. You know, have they made progress in more homes, or with the terrible attacks and mass killings in Palestine? That I don't know. I know that there's things going on in the West Bank, so I will end this video here, but I will follow up with a more recent video from 2023 post October 7th attack with Dr. Maria Curie, so you can see what's happening for them at that point. Okay, until next time. Oh, and if you like my content, please follow my videos, follow my channel. Please follow my channel. And if you like my videos, give it a like. Thanks.